Check smash, check smash.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Ready, set. Street, street.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, 3 and out to start the game would have been a real disappointment, so this is a nice job of finding something you think will work and executing it. And they're able to keep this opening drive going.
Here we go, set. Head the street, head the street.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Cardinals in 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And on 4th down, Otis, the punt team sending this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cards very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
2nd down and 8. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. Touchdown! Rondale Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cards are on the board first here this afternoon. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out there a little.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 63 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That's complete right around the 8. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw on second down is Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Check that. Hey, check that. Street.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
60 Eagles.
Second and 14. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, a 14-3 ball game. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Gibbs hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team. Fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity.
And he he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Nml able to record his 5th sack of the season.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 58 yards.
So often we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Back to throw, Smith. And it's a fumble. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Walker once more. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jahmyr Gibbs, a touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
13 49.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 12. And the Seahawks first down.
53.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
13.
Now Gino on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Gino now to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's got it to about the 40. And quickly they get to the line.
40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
18, 5 here.
They'll drop to throw. These guys run back out of the backfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Looking to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll try to run with Gibbs. And he is in for 6. Touchdown Cardinals. Jahmyr Gibbs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Cards will take over here just shy of the 30. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now, think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
This pass down the field for Gibbs. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to it.
There he goes, left side. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he he's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Got it. Ready?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Check. Bobcat. Check. Bobcat. Go.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Gets around him. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Geno. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They snap it to Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down on a big play there. A gain of 14 on what was a 4th and 10.
Hey, it's a clip.
Straight ahead, Walker. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2nd and 10. Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks get a bit closer. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Let's go
now it's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Street. Street. Check it. Check it.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
2nd and 13. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore.
Doesn't matter whether it's zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cardinals are going to take over here up near the 40. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
2nd and a couple.
Hey, check that, street. Hurt. Alert.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Now they'll audible to something else. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Another run for Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think
pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
you can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 108 yards rushing for him so far as this terrific season continues here.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll run with Gibbs, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 70. And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give him back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. A quick throw out to Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Off of play action, here's Smith. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. B.J. Ojulari able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 7-yard line.
To throw is Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
You ain't going nowhere.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Let's
So
go
the
now.
opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go check. Go check.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Here we go.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw. This pass down the field for Gibbs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Hey, we go to the one. 49, flip it off, 49. Middle.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Smith. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Throwing is Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. One last throw here for Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try and run Walker. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Arizona, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, things are definitely going south quickly as
stand up. Look, he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't going like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, know about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Starboy excellence. Them other guys irrelevant. They all on. Zoe Kravitz half white, half melanin. Baby face and a white gold tooth cap. I treat the waiter nice, she love that. I mix the blueberry pie. It's not what I wear, it's how I rock that. If I can buy that twice, I'll cut that. Sweet 110, spot that, chop that. Tryna look me at the teller, it's not that. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't going like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. I'm a #1 like you say, set page. Used to kick ball on the estate back then. T90s with the Levi's matching. Rips in the denim, that's classic. These beats get wrapped like Futamaki, that's a sushi roll. I'm a young CEO, gotta do as you're told. Gotta act your stat, gotta play your role. I was OT, all shutting down shows from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay, run it like relay, bro. You ain't going like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you? I'm on it, break, no side, no about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate.
Bling, bling, bling. This mad. Alright. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile. Unless it costs a couple thousands and millions. And millions and millions and millions. Business as usual. Usually I wouldn't smile unless it costs a couple thousands and millions. And millions and millions and millions. Okay. I don't cash my new checks, this old change, you know. Another man made my phone ring, hello. Said he capping but won't step, you know. Every time he sell me, that's phone, hello. Bling, bling, blow, mad, I'm like, wow, what did I do now? Don't you get me, okay? I might pull a ticket out of my account, okay? Just to show you how to count, okay? Newest, don't compare me to these, they don't do enough. They can't walk it in my shoes because I'm booted up. I got opposition showing me computer love. By inside the club, I got no worries today. I get paid to party on a permanent base. That's true. Only time we link is meet and greet. On and off the jet,